Hey, what's going on YouTube? In today's video, I got a fun video for you. What we're gonna do is we're gonna compare an old 65 Deluxe tube amp to my Tonal Master Pro and my FM9. So I've already gone ahead, I've set up my impulse response exactly how I have it set up on my Tonal Master Pro Pro Control app and also the FM9 edit. You should be able to see both screens right now so you can see the settings as well as the amp setting. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just cut to me playing and I'm just gonna say A, B, or C. What I want you to do is to take a guess which one you think is which in the comment section below, and at the end of the video, I'll show you which one is what. All right, this will be fun. Let's get into it. All right, so now the real question, did you guess correctly? All right, A is the Toolmaster Pro, B was the real deal 65 Deluxe, and C was the FM9. In the room, like here's the thing, man. I get a lot of questions of like, why even go digital? So I'm gonna kind of give you my opinions on all three things we just did. Number one, it's really hard to replicate the amp in the room. Like, it's loud, my windows are rattling, stuff that's hanging on my walls are rattling, and there's just something about like a tube smell when you're playing. I don't know how to explain it unless you've ever played a tube amp, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. But just for reference, I let my Deluxe Reverb heat up for probably 30 to 45 minutes before I played it. It sounds great. I'll say the closest thing to the real deal is probably the Toolmaster Pro. It's going to be interesting going back and hearing the recording, so that way I can actually hear the impulse response from this amp versus like what I hear in the room. But to try to offset any type of playing changes, I did turn on 2 FR cabs in the room, so I was getting feedback as if it was the amp, but it's just completely different. It's like being in a studio versus, you know, sitting in with a real amp. I think the FM9 is great too. I think that it just sounds like its own thing. You know, one of my biggest gripes for all of the Fractal audio is that all of the high gain stuff and edge of breakup stuff sounds really good, but it kind of lacks in the cleans. Whereas the Toolmaster Pro, in my opinion, it's kind of like the yin to that yang. You know, there are some really good amps on the unit, like the 5150 Stealth amp. However, in my opinion, Fender shines doing Fender amp cleans, and you would expect it, right? It's a Fender unit. Honestly, I don't think you can go wrong with either of these. No matter if you're a tube amp guy who just loves breaking your back to get the real deal, or you're a modeler guy, like you really can't go wrong with either of these. So I hope that this is kind of like an eye-opening thing of, they're kind of their own separate things, but they all do what we need them to do great. So hey, if you enjoyed today's video, please make sure to hit that subscribe button. If you're interested in learning how to program your modelers and get really good guitar tone no matter what gear you're using, please consider checking out my Toolmaster Pro course below, and I'll see you in the next video.